What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Jared, and we back with another video. Listen, today you guys could already see by the title. Today we're gonna be talking about how I was able to get a $80,000 Hellcat at only 21 years old. At only 21 years old. So listen, before we get started, before we get into the vid, please make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. To everybody who's new, I really do appreciate you guys stumbling across my channel and clicking on this vid. But to everybody who's new, please make sure you guys subscribe. To everybody who already been locked in, just continue to show love, man. I really do appreciate it. So, I'm not gonna have y'all wait for much longer. Let's get right into the video. So, if y'all didn't know, this is not the first car on this channel. I had a 2021 Scat pack that I bought brand new as well. I had the Scat for about a year. The Scat was super cool, I'm not gonna lie. Like, for my first V8, I was happy with it. You know what I'm saying? I was super happy with it. I cannot complain. And I financed that car when I was 20. That was my first finance car. So on that car, Dodge had an incentive going out for that month. It was 0% APR for 72 months. So I took advantage of that, and I got approved on that car from Chrysler. Now, regarding down payment, I understood that I'm considered high risk to the bank. I was 20 years old. You know, I had good credit. I was 20 years old. I had great credit, actually. But even though you have great credit, you're still young. So the banks are going to kind of look at you, you know, like a little iffy. So in order to kind of better your chances of approval, banks like to see money down, like heavy money down. So on the Scat, I put $14,000 down, and my amount financed ended up being about $40,000. And I was approved for that, right through Chrysler. So that's probably the first step on, you know, trying to figure out which car you want. So figure out the car, and then figure out how much can you really afford to put down to somewhat guarantee your approval. Because money down, like the difference between zero down and money down is pretty significant. There's some people who can go zero down on cars, and it's because their credit file is so strong. Sorry about that, y'all. But people can go zero down is because their credit file is so strong and it can support that. But a lot of us, obviously, we're younger and stuff like that. I think now I can go ahead and buy a car zero down if I want. But before, obviously, I wasn't in a position to do so, so I had to put money down. And I wanted to put money down anyway, just because I wanted to be at a certain payment every single month too. So that was a big thing for me. So that was that. I got the Scat pack, got approved, put a chunk of money down. I was good there. So I drove that car for a year, on time payments, of course, never missed a payment. Insurance was insurance. There's nothing you could really do about that. But never missed a payment, never did nothing. So a year later from getting this Scat, I sell it to CarMax, and this was what, maybe this was like a month and a half ago I sold this Scat. I think it's been a month and a half since I sold this Scat. But CarMax was putting an amazing value on my car to the point where it was like, if I didn't take advantage of the number that they were giving me, like it would be dumb, it would be stupid of me. And this is the thing with the Scat. I liked my car, but I didn't love my car. My Scat was blue. I hate blue, right? And you guys would be like, oh, why you get that color then? Why didn't you wrap it? I didn't want to put any more money into that car because I didn't like it that much. And that was the only freaking Scat pack that the dealership had that was somewhat close to me. I didn't feel like driving mad far. So that's why I ended up selling with the Frostbite blue. Yeah, that was Frostbite. So that's why I settled with that. Yeah, so that was that with the Scat pack. Now, like I said, a year later, I ended up selling that car, which was a month and a half ago. So then I'm like, okay, what car do I want next? I was between a BMW M5 and a Hellcat. The reason I didn't get an M5 is because I feel like it's a little just too mature right now. Like, a BMW is just on the more mature side. Like, right now, I just want like a loud, obnoxious, fast car. And my Scat was that, but it just wasn't that fast. So that's when I decided, you know what, let me get a Hellcat. And then the reason why I got the Challenger instead of the Charger was because everybody got a Charger, whether it's a GT, a RT, a Scat. Everybody got a Charger. So I'm like, you know what, let me switch it up. Let me get a Challenger, because I like how they look too. So I was like, okay, perfect. I'm gonna do a Challenger. So I go right on Dodge.com, and you can type in what car you want, literally, and they'll find one within a certain range. Like they'll find one whether it's 100 miles away or wherever, the exact way you want it. So now regarding options, I didn't want any options on this car really, because I just didn't care. Like as y'all can see, I got the cloth seats. These are gonna get swapped out eventually, so I'm not really worried about it. A sunroof I didn't want because I'm gonna get stars on this car. So I really just wanted a base Hellcat, so that's what I went ahead and got. So this car that I'm in right now is a 2023 Hellcat Challenger Jailbreak. This is a jailbreak, and it's the last call. So I ended up getting this car. Now let me kind of give you guys the steps on how I went about it. So I found the car that I wanted. Boom. This dealership is in Virginia. They had Lord knows how many of these cars. They had like 30 of them, right? So I'm like, okay, this is the car I want. This is the color I want. My car's black, by the way. My Hellcat's black. So I texted I called the dealership, got assigned to a sales rep. Talk. Now this is a big thing, guys. If you guys are gonna drive far to go see a car, do a credit app before you get in there. Do a credit app before you go ahead and drive all the way over there, just for them to tell you might not be approved on it. Get the approval on expensive cars like these. Just get the approval first before you drive 5-6 hours to go see a car. Like, trust me when I tell you guys do not want to make a trip and then not be able to drive back with a car. So what I did was I did the online credit app right through the website. They're one of the biggest dealerships in the country for Dodge, so it took them a while to get back to me. It took them like a week to get back to me. So I was waiting for like a week, and I'm not gonna lie, towards like the end, I was kind of like, you know, like fuck this car, I don't want the car no more because it's just taking too long to get a response. That same day, I get a call from a manager from the dealership saying, oh, you're approved, when can you come in, whatever. So now once you're approved, the first question you ask is interest rate. So they ended up approving me through Chase, right? They approved me through Chase, and the coincidence is Chase is my home bank. Chase is who my direct deposits go to, where I have a nice savings account with. Like, Chase is my main bank, so it makes sense. And I also have a credit card with Chase, and they can see that I pay my credit card perfectly. And that's another big thing, guys. You can secure financing through your home bank as long as you're, you know, active in that account. If you guys are constantly depositing money, putting money in savings, paying your credit cards off on time through that account, you guys are gonna get approved. I'm telling you. So make sure you guys have your home bank in your back pocket. It's actually super beneficial. So nevertheless, Chase ended up approving me for this car. Interest rate was slightly over 7%. In this market, 7% is it's an okay rate. It's an okay rate. It's not a good rate. A good rate in this market is about a 5, maybe like a 4.5%. That's a good rate over 72 months. I got a 7%. Right now my credit sits at like a 780. Yeah, I'm thinking like a 780 right now. So, you know, I'm not necessarily mad about my rate because number one, I'll refinance my car if I want to. Once I reach 12 months paying down the car, I'll refinance for a 60-month term and just take a lower payment. So I'm not really worried about that. Another thing is, bro, I'm 21 years old. Like, I'm 21 years old. So for me to have a somewhat decent rate on this car, I can't even complain. Because I'm not gonna lie, before I did the credit app, I was like preparing myself to pay like a 9% interest rate, just so I was ready for it. Like, I was prepared to pay 9% and my rate came back lower. So I was definitely happy about that. Now, another thing that helps every single approval when you're trying to get a car, banks like to see money down. I hate when people talk about, oh, money down is illegal or money down doesn't actually do anything for, bro. Yes, it does. Money down helps your approval times Lord knows how much. Because you got to think, if you're putting a significant amount of money down, it's the less money you're loaning from the bank, and they also see your participation for the car. They can see that you have commitment already. So when you show up with a lump sum amount of money down, even if your credit is like decent, 9 times out of 10, or I'll put it to you this way, the chances of approval increase at least 30%, 40%, easy, if you have significant money down. So this car, after tax tags, fees for New Jersey and obviously the selling price, this car came out to $80,000. The selling price of this car was $73,300. So out the door was $80,000, like literally like $80,000 flat. So after my $20,000 that I put down, yes, I put $20,000 down on this car. My total amount was $60,000 to finance, right? So I'm financing $60,000. And notice how I did this. I did this in increments, right? So when I had my Scat pack was the selling price on the Scat was $50,000. After tax, tags, and fees, that car was $55,000, and I put $14,000 down. So my amount financed was like $41,000, right? So I sold that car, and now I'm into the next car. I put $20,000 down, and now my amount financed is $60,000. So you guys can see the step that I took, right? It wasn't a crazy step. It was about a $20,000 step, and you can see things like that is really what banks like to see. Like, they saw me in a somewhat expensive car, paid it perfectly, and obviously they can see everything through your credit file. And then they were like, okay, perfect. I can trust him with this car because he pays his credit cards on time. He has a big credit limit, and this isn't his first car loan anyway. So that definitely helped out crazily. And here's another thing. When I sold my Scat, right, in 30 days, that car drops off my credit, and now it shows up as a paid off auto loan on my account. So now when they ran me for the HELLCAT, the banks see that I have a paid off auto with the loan balance of $40,000. That makes me look like a freaking all-star at 21 years old. So a quick little advice for you guys. Even if you guys, I'll put it to you this way. If you know you can buy a car cash, put a heavy down payment down and just pay it off super quick. Pay it off in like 2 months, 3 months. Just so you can have one or two paid off auto loans on your account or on your credit file. Like, it really does help. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, there's not too many 21-year-olds getting approved for stuff like this at all. You know? So it truly is a blessing. Like, my biggest goal is to help you guys get into a better position to get whatever fucking car you want, to be able to secure property, to be able to get high limit credit cards. Like, credit really is king. Credit really is king. So my goal is to just help as many people as possible, because, bro, at the end of the day, I know I'm not the only one who likes these fast cars. And the faster the car, the more expensive. However you want to put it. Even if you buy a cheap car, to make it fast as hell, you got to put money into it. So the faster the car, the more expensive the car. So, you know, it's super important just to make sure your credit is right, because it changes everything. It changes everything. Approvals, interest rates, everything. So that's actually how I went about getting my HELLCAT, man. Putting significant money down, you know, having a home bank that I pay everything on time. Guys, I've never missed a payment in my life. And I'm not even talking about with cars or credit cards. I'm talking about I don't even borrow money. But if anybody ever loaned me anything, I pay it back instantly. Like, I don't even play about that, bro. I don't even play about that. So I need you guys to have the same mindset if you're trying to get your credit to the next level. Like, pay everybody back on time. Nobody should ever have to ask you to pay them back. Nobody. Because this is the thing. People, they might forgive you if you don't pay them back. The banks, they're not forgiving shit. You miss a payment, your credit is fucked. Your credit is fucked. And I'm talking about if you miss one payment, bro. Like, that one payment is gonna kill you. So make sure you guys pay your shit on time, bro. Pay everything on time. Open up credit cards, you know, and pay them. Pay them. This is like the best advice I could give you guys, right? Let's say you're looking to go buy a pair of Balenciagas. They're $1,000. The pair of shoes is $1,000. Do not go buy them shoes if you don't have $1,000 cash to pay for them. If you can't pull $1,000 out of your pocket to go pay for those shoes right there and then, don't buy them at all. Like, just don't buy them. Like, don't charge shit to the credit card knowing you don't have the money to pay it off instantly. Don't do that. What I've done since I was 18 years old, whenever I make a big purchase, I put it on my credit card, and then as soon as that as soon as whatever I bought posts on my credit card, meaning you can pay it off, I pay it off instantly. Usually stuff posts in like 2 to 3 days. Bro, I pay that shit off as soon as it posts. As soon as it posts. I don't do any extra waiting. And that's why my credit is where it is now. Like, I know a lot of people say, oh, you know, buy whatever you want on your credit card, just make sure you pay it off at the end of the month. That's very, very risky advice. That's very, very risky advice, because things can happen, you know, shit pops up out of nowhere, and if your balance is high as hell and you don't have the cash to pay it down, you're paying interest on whatever that amount is. So play it safe. Play it super, super safe. If you don't have the money cash, don't fucking buy that shit, you know? And if you're gonna make a big payment, if you're gonna buy something that has a significant amount, buy it on the credit card, pay it off with your debit card right afterwards. Pay it off with the debit card right afterwards, as soon as it posts. And I can guarantee it, guys, your credit is gonna go up. Just trust what I'm telling you. And what I'm about to do is, I apologize, didn't keep tilting. What I'm about to do is I'm about to create a Patreon. I know you guys see a lot of YouTubers create Patreons and they're bullshitting you, giving you bullshit advice. Bro, I'm gonna make a Patreon. I don't know when, it might be soon, but I'm gonna make a Patreon solely focused towards and geared towards like credit help and getting approved for these freaking cars. Like, I'm tired of the bullshit kind of games that these people play with other people's money. Like, if people are paying for your subscription, put out real game and put out real knowledge. So that's what I'm gonna do for y'all. Like, I know I don't got crazy amount of followers and shit like that, but I'm not gonna lie, at 21 years old, I've done a lot, and you guys can watch my videos to back that. I've done a lot at 21 years old, and at 20 years old, I was doing a lot. Go watch all my previous videos if you guys don't believe me. But I'm telling you guys, like, I think I can help out a lot of freaking people, a lot of people. So, and that's my goal. In life, nothing's free. Nothing's free. Nothing at all. And I've learned that this year more than ever. Nothing's free in life. If you're trying to get ahead, you need to figure out how to get there. Like, find somebody who's already done what you're trying to do, and whatever knowledge they got, get it from them by any means. And that's why also this year I'm learning that, like, buying people's courses and subscriptions, bro, it could be very, very, very beneficial. It all depends on just who you're buying the course from. That's all. But this shit, you got to think. People who have years doing something, mastering something, they're letting you buy a subscription to really condense everything, and you get everything one shot. No troubleshooting, you get everything one shot. So listen, when I drop this Patreon, it's really just to educate and really to take everybody to the next level, like, and really, like, really help you guys. No bullshit, no this, no that. Really give you guys the game, and all you guys got to do is follow it. That's it. I'm gonna lay out the whole blueprint. All you guys got to do is follow it, and I can guarantee results. I can guarantee results. But listen, y'all, that's gonna go ahead and wrap up this video. See, look, perfect example. I bought this Apple Watch today. I bought this on the credit card, number one, so I could get cash back, and number two, I'm gonna pay it off instantly anyway. Apple Watch was like $300, $350, whatever. Gonna pay that off as soon as it posts, which is gonna be in like 2 days. Like, easy shit like that, guys, I'm telling you, is gonna make a difference on your credit file. But nevertheless, listen, I hope you guys watched throughout the whole entire video. I hope you guys really think about everything I'm saying, because I'm giving you guys the truth. I'm showing you guys how to do this shit firsthand. I'm 21 years old, and y'all see what I got. And I'm trying to help everybody out. I'm trying to give everybody game. Like, there's no reason why you shouldn't have the exact car you want. No reason at all. So listen, to wrap everything up, please make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. I'm dropping bangers, man. I'm dropping bangers, and I'm consistent now. So make sure you guys lock in. I appreciate you guys watching. I'll see you on the next one.